Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back. Hopefully for real this time, may there be no issues. Here we are in the second best MTTA series, Minecraft Through the Android. And it's kind of loud on my end, I'm gonna turn that down real fast. It's already nighttime. Hopefully, for real this time. I said it to public, right? Yep, just making sure. Just making sure that all is properly set this time. So, before we start doing stuff, I know for sure I saw a green bean off in the distance here. Aha, there he is. Of course, who's to say there's not multiple? I see you. We're gonna let them burn up real fast. Look, there's nothing off in that distance. I'll take that. Gonna walk around because I already hear the bird. Gonna walk around because, hello, sheep. Excuse me. Bye-bye. Alright, I think we're good. Hopefully. Let's go take care of this one as well. And then we'll go do something. Like we're probably gonna do, we're gonna finish up with the mining for the thingy that we started. The Nether Spire. I need that to be torn down. And I still have 2 pickaxes left. That'll be a decent start. Hopefully. Ah yes, the well where things don't get trapped anymore. I was also looking at the changelog, and 0.10 was small. I think like even smaller than 0.9. But that's okay, I'm not out here looking for new features all too much. I'm playing through these versions to get a feel for what it's like to play through these versions. Because I had my own world long ago, maybe 2014, 2015. Might have gone all the way to 2016, but there's a world that I started in old Pocket Edition Android on my tablet. I was doing the same sort of dealio, where I started in an old version I can find and slowly updated. Of course, this was, this was years before Omni Archive and all that, so I had to go searching manually for the different Pocket Edition versions. So I don't think my tablet ever got a virus from them. So that was a big whoop. But anyways, I started probably 0.2.1 on that world. Made it through 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. I got the world all the way to 0.6.1. And then I kind of just stopped playing on there. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to the stream. I think Pocket Edition is making a comeback ever since the recent source code availability that dropped at the same time as the legacy console stuff. Now let's go down. Or do we need to? Yeah, I'll pick up the netherrack before I start tearing down the next wall. Whoop, that's a big fall. Howdy, Jonas as well, welcome back. Alright, I don't think we can reach that high up. We cannot. Okay, that means we'll have to get through a few layers before we can start working our way from the bottom up. That's a buzz. Wonder if that's the email about starting a new stream. Let's find out. Nope. Not important. Alrighty, back to digging. Oop. That's a fall. There's a lot of new people today. Did someone advertise my stream without me knowing? Someone make a Reddit post? It's kind of funny. The past couple of Farlands journeys have been posted on Reddit. And then after each one, we got like a dozen new people joining the Council of Farlander server. And I think to myself, man, we should have been posting on Reddit years ago. We've been sitting around for about 4 years of rather low numbers, with people ever so slowly trickling in. I'm on the homepage for YouTube. Hooray, YouTube likes me today. It's very rare for that to happen. Whoop. Let's not fall. I'd rather not take the damage from this. I wonder how many people specifically mark Minecraft as Bedrock Edition on the game category, or whatever it's listed on here. I don't even know how many people manually set it in general. I wonder if there's a way to search videos or streams by category. I don't often search using advanced features like that. Last time you were here was last year. Well, I've also took a 6-month break from streaming, regular streaming while I was doing other stuff. But howdy, welcome back. And yeah, all right, let's go down before our stuff despawns. I need the netherrack. And I already forgot where the staircase was. Oop. Thankfully, all the hard work is done tearing down this spire. Hopefully, it'll go by faster when I need to fix up the other one. I increased 100 subscribers. I lost track. Or I should say I stopped keeping track after I hit 1,000. I don't know what I'm at now. It only took, 10 years. Which means I'm still keeping up my average of 100 a year. Ooh. I don't think I'll live long enough to hit 1 million. I don't think anyone's gonna live long enough for this channel to reach 1 million subscribers. Oh wait, I wonder if I should start downward. This might be short enough that I reach all the top parts by now. Auto jump, leave me alone. Auto jump and me are not friends. I'm waiting for it to be disabled. But I think I'm gonna have to wait a couple major updates. It's probably 0.12 when they add the setting to disable auto jump. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm pretty sure that's when native keyboard and mouse support, since they started Windows 10. Whoop. I don't know how to... Well, no, newer iOS devices as a whole already stopped supporting 32-bit apps. What was that, 9 years ago? 2017, right? So if you have an old iOS device, you could probably play old Minecraft if you just had separate installation. Alright, let's pick this up, then we're going to catch some Z's. There's no weather timer to reset. We'll be back digging in the morning. Maybe I should come back with another 2 pickaxes. I don't think this one's going to last the rest. We're so close. We're so close. It's only about 20% left. Splash, splash. Who's splashing around? No one in the pond. They must be in the river. Z all the way home. I think once I tear down this spire, and when I get tired of fixing up the other one, I'm probably going to work on a proper storage area. It's getting crowded in here. They don't turn on anymore. Sad times. Last I checked, my older devices still work. I have an iPhone 4, I think, or iPhone 4S, and an iPhone 5 somewhere. My Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 still works. My old iPod Touch 2nd generation still works. There's another iPhone I have somewhere that was my great grandma's. I don't know what model that is. That one should still work. In fact, I might have had two, great grandma and great grandpa. Oops, I see a little netherrack. And a boop. Anything else I missed? No netherrack left behind. You know, I'm confident I'll still end up with more than what I need afterward. You know what I didn't check? I didn't check if I backed up the world after the last episode. Oops. But the version was already updated, which means I probably backed up the world after episode 50. Whoa, that is weird. Look at the sun, and then watch the angle shift. It gets farther away. What is this weird perspective thing they're doing? That's weird. That's such a weird way to render the sun. On Java, it doesn't get distorted based on your angle where you're looking. It maintains its shape properly. I wonder if that's still around today. I don't play modern Bedrock. I barely even play old Bedrock. My excuse is this is pre-Bedrock, so take that. But I know in 0.10 they overhauled the rendering, and that includes a brand new way for the sun in the sky and the clouds. I think... I wonder if I could reach the floor from here. Oh, I can. Alright, cool. This is going to be easier. So what we're going to do is just start from down here. But I think... Let me stock up my pickaxes first. That way when this one breaks, it'll just slide to the left. It's rather slow when you miss a block. It feels like there's such a large delay between mine and hopefully just a little bit longer, even though there are many alpha builds I have to get through first. What are we on? Build 4? I think there's 13. There's around 13 builds for 0.10. So we're still gonna have issues for a while. Where did you come from? Goodbye. I wonder if it's faster to start from up here. This does not feel any faster. I don't know how to micro-optimize this. We're good. I don't know what Minecraft would look like if Notch was still in control for now. There have been plenty of other mods that take upon that concept using old versions, InfDev, Alpha, and Beta. Be like, Notch's vision was this. Of course, his vision that he had back in 2009 and 2010, when he was in charge of everything, he probably would have changed his mind on stuff. And so some of his original ideas probably would not have been implemented in the way he first talked about. Now, as a whole, Minecraft probably would have ended up more like an RPG. There are a lot of RPG-based elements that Notch was thinking of. And the last version he actively worked on was 1.0, the Adventure Update. And that added the Ender Dragon and an official end to Minecraft. Since the 1.0 update, Mojang has mostly stuck to... Well, in the early times, we had the Wither and the whole ocean monument with the Elder Guardians. That was 2013 or 2012 to 2014, and then Notch sold its shares in 2014. And I don't think we've had a major boss since then. Oh, sun's going down. Because the Warden is not intended to be defeated, although eventually it's possible. I feel like there's something I'm missing. There always is. I don't play Modern enough. But otherwise, the point I was getting at, the direction Mojang has been going to is overall survival. Survival and redstone. Were there any major redstone updates after 1.5? There's been a lot of little stuff over the years. There are many, many, many more commands these days, though. Commands, data packs, support, what you can do with resource packs. Although that was towards the tail end of Notch still being around. There was one of the Minecraft lives. I can't remember which year it is. That's what happens when it's been 9 years since the first Minecon Earth in 2017. It turns 9 this year. I can't remember which year, but one of the devs said that every update they tried to add features for several different player types. So you've got the redstone users, you've got the builders, you've got the survival people, and I think there's one other category. Because back when Notch was still doing his own thing, there was a lot of, this sounds fun, let me try implementing it. As opposed to trying to appease specific player types. You say you only play Java. What Java versions do you play? I know Legacy Console, if you're playing PS4, you got all the way to the 1.14 update. Otherwise, the others are only 1.12 or 1.13. Wait, hold up. This might be faster. Let's see, 1.8. I feel like I was talking with viewers, or I was talking with someone recently on how there are still people playing 1.8 today. Do you have a dedicated 1.8 survival world, or do you have different worlds on there you play on? There's a spider spinning round and round like a record. Maybe if he spins around fast enough, it's more like a CD. Although I don't know what the speed. I don't know what the speed of CDs are. Survival worlds from years ago. Is there a reason why you chose 1.8? Deep Dark and all that. That's 1.19 years ahead, it feels. Howdy, welcome back. I saw the friends list announcement on the news page on the website. I wonder why it took them so long. This has been a feature people have been wanting for a while. Playing on LAN worlds back in 1.3 was a good start. They haven't done anything like that since then. It's only been 14 years. I guess there's the social interaction stuff. That started 1.16, I believe. Here's they finally got the back-end Microsoft stuff sorted out for all that. Maybe it's still also part of the bringing Java closer to Bedrock thingy. How's my inventory doing? Oh, I still got space. We did it. No spire left but the floor. At least now I'll get a refund on all my torches I used. Doesn't feel like Minecraft. I understand that. What version did you first start playing in? Whoop. Or if you don't know what version, do you know when? Say goodbye to the pickaxe. Goodbye, pickaxe. This is probably gonna look ugly once all the netherrack is gone. It's gonna be the giant dirt patch beneath here. Especially gonna look weird at this corner because I kind of didn't place this properly. Whoops. Oh well. Man, if only digging up these nether spires were always this fast. Auto jump, leave me alone. I wonder if I should start keeping track of how many times auto jump annoys me. I would need a hotkey where I could press it and it increments. I don't know how to set that up though. I would probably need an auto hotkey script. I don't think there's any native Windows way to do that. Maybe there's some other dedicated program. Oh, you know what I don't have? I don't have my Cheez-It counter. I guess I haven't cheesed it yet. Cheesing it on here is going to be harder than Java, though. I think I said last time, or within the past couple of streams, that I am considering at least getting Pocket Inv set up. I wonder what versions that supported. I don't even remember what it looked like, or why I uninstalled it. There's a time I had Pocket Inv and Block Launcher set up. I had several worlds dedicated to mods for that were used with Block Launcher. That was a fun time. Although the mods back then were rather simple. or like simple scripts as opposed to the big changes that you can make if you're on Java. That was a waste of pickaxe durability. Well, I'm glad I made those 2 extra pickaxes, but unfortunately that still wasn't enough. Let's go put all this away. I guess I could start placing it. I think I'll wait. Alright, this might take a while. Insert Jeopardy theme here. Or I'd have a button. Loading, loading, loading. Much cooler than a proper loading screen, I say. Oops. No, let's not do that. Well, that was fun. Insert sarcasm here. Oh, sun's going down. Good time to head back. I think 0.8 was 2013, because 2014 was 0.9, and 0.9 took a while to release. That was a big update. Oops, that's my crafting area. I have a sign, didn't read it. Oh yeah, I still need to figure out what to do with all those odd planks. I'll solve it later. There we go. Except these are not at all in the slots I want them to be. There we go. A clean inventory is a happy inventory. Now we can sleep. I wonder who was splashing down there earlier. Oh, you know what I realized? They fixed the glass. It looks proper. It no longer renders the inside faces. Hooray, hooray. Oh, it's all of you guys. It's all of them farm animals. Where did the last half hour go? Did it really take that long? Whoop. I don't even know how much fixing I'll be doing that day. I'm already ready to do something else, not boring and tedious. Building is fun. I'll probably end up making a dedicated storage place. I don't think any of the villager houses are large enough. Maybe I'll do one of my typical warehouses. Those are fun. I don't have a set warehouse design. I just have the shape. And because I'm not building it using materials limited to classic 0.15, I can actually use modern-ish blocks. Even though modern meaning stuff from like 12 years ago. Alright, how about I dig up this side? Because I want the grass to start spreading. Oop. I wonder what the angle is for auto jump, because you don't have to walk exactly forward into a block to jump. There's a certain angle relative that'll kick in. And if it's shallower than that, you won't jump. Or if you're already too close to the block, you won't jump either. Pocket Edition 0.6 was made available, how long has it been? 2 months? 2.5 months? I think it was February. It was like, I don't know, 2 days after Legacy consoles being made available. It's very recent. It's kind of funny. People really were gonna try to make a, just port the entire Legacy console release to Steam. They had the whole Steam page and everything. It's kind of funny how close they got. They really spent $100 trying to get that on there. In fact, the whole store page and everything was all approved. I'm pretty sure the build just had to be approved as well. And then it was pulled right after, to no one's surprise. Can't remember what the name of it was going to be. Something that started with a K. But it was funny to see while it was still around. Let's just bring that down. Do some compulsive terrain smoothing. Probably a scammer, I wouldn't be surprised. No reasonably thoughtful person would publish wholesale the Windows version of, or at least the desktop version of Legacy Console to Steam of all places. That's something you have on GitHub, and then not tell people about. Alright, so I think this is gonna look nicer later. But for now, it's gonna be this big old ugly dirt patch. But while that's doing its magic, we're gonna head over here and just do boop, boop. Lots of badoops. I don't know what I'll do with this spire, but I don't want it looking all messed up. And now I have the netherrack to fix it in its entirety. Man, the reach on here is absurd. I'm pretty sure the game is still rendered in 70 degrees field of view. Well, like, it feels like I reach very far, even though I think mathematically it's only half a block farther than Java. I also don't know where I'm going to put a door or anything. We're probably not going to do this very long. I just want to get the whole bottom section sealed off. I don't think I did anything with the other nether spires we have back at home. I think I just fixed those up as well. I hear more splashing. Splish, splash, taking a bath. Or something like that. Oops. Like, while I'm here, let me just combine these stacks real fast, because I think... Oh no, maybe I did already have the incomplete one on me. And boop. Ah, that's too far. And I guess that one is as well. Oh, we're so close. 3 of the 4 sides are now done. Oop. Oh, there's no native way out of here. No wonder why all these chickens keep swimming around. Let's open that up for you guys. And what is this water? It looks rather opaque. I'm pretty sure the rendering for water was redone in 0.10 as well. They overhauled a lot of stuff. Same thing with lighting. Now we have a smooth transition during the sunset and sunrise. And oopsies. Okay, that's gonna bother me if I don't fix it. I wonder if this was my opportunity to make some sort of design in the side panels here. I don't know what sort of block I would use for the details though. Or I can make it all flat and use a different block to add depth and details. Oh, not again. Alright, we're gonna tear you down, then I'll place some torches over where the other spire used to be. There we go, this was just sort of sitting here. Is that bright enough? Probably. We're gonna hope so. Okay, maybe not. Now I feel better. With smooth lighting on, it's not easy to tell light levels. Howdy, welcome back. Bye-bye. Hello, Mr. Spider. I had to change my stream schedule based on people being around over here. I had to reduce it from 5 to 3. This will also give me time to work on other stuff that's not streaming. Sure, maybe Pragmat is one of them, but I've also been doing model kits recently. First one I did was Evangelion Unit 1. Now I'm working on a Metal Earth, the freight train set. Now do I remember you? I remember you joining, was it the last stream? Not last stream. Recently, I remember you dropping back in. I still don't remember anything we talked about from last year. Bye. Alright, we're gonna leave all this netherrack here. I might take this chest with me, though. Have fun doing tests. Everyone likes tests. Have fun sleeping. Isn't it like 10:40 p.m.? It's 22:41 over there. Nearly every night. I'm already catching my Z's at that point. Oh yeah, speaking of... I didn't speak it, I thought it. Farm stuff. Thinking of farm stuff, I want to check on the cactus. 10, 11. It's 11:11. Oh, that's right. You're on a half-hour offset, and I feel so bad for you. You're in half-hour offset compared to the rest. Nearly every other time zone. Could be worse. You could be on a 15-minute offset. Alright, how's the farms doing? These are slowly going up. And I'm gonna do the risky thing and not invest in food soon. Have fun. Enjoy your Z's. Oh yeah, that's why I was looking at my farm chests. I looked at the seeds, and it didn't register. I have to put the wheat seeds away. Word is the word, so 2010. Isn't that like almost as old as you? Maybe 2011. Well, like, I was in middle school during that time. Well, we're gonna go back here. Because I keep seeing the dirt, and I need to not see my dirt. Poor villagers. They had an entire update, and they still don't know how to open doors. I don't know what pink glitch you're talking about. I would need to see screenshots or pictures. Is it something where the textures got a pink tint to them? Something with missing textures becoming pink? Because I had missing textures on my tablet, but those are turned green because they would end up getting the... Or stuff would turn green because the grass tinting or leaves tinting and all that. Alright, let's scope out. Why have these not grown yet? Do cocoa beans not grow? Is there a problem with my cocoa beans? I planted all these cocoa beans, and they are all at no growth stages. Oi. Alright, well, either way, where do I want to put storage? Everything turns pink. At a Samsung Galaxy, I'd still have my Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 that had a texture distortion issue. Otherwise, everything else turning pink. Sounds like all the textures just unload and it displays the default. I wonder if that's a VRAM issue. I wonder if it runs out of, or maybe it runs out of graphics memory. Do mobile devices even have that? Alright, do I want my big storage over here? Because, like, I sleep on that end of town. This is kind of expanding more than a village. This is becoming a town by now. So if I keep that there... Oh, you know what? Hold on. Wasn't I going to build the wall somewhere around here? That's what I kind of forgot I was supposed to. I was supposed to expand the pathway Or start from around the edge of this pathway and sort of work my way this way. I don't know what I had planned last week. I was thinking of using walls and stuff, but that's not going to look good on here. I'll probably use classic cobblestone. I'll at least mark out the borders now. I don't watch Family Guy and don't plan on it. But the seeds don't belong in there anymore. Never mind. If they're 2 days long, 48 hours, that's... If they skip the opening and ending, that's what, 20 minutes an episode, I think? Pretty sure it takes up half-hour runtime. So that's 3 per hour times 48. 48 times 3. The... Oh wait, hold on. It'd be 50 times 3 minus 6. Wait, don't tell me. That's 144 episodes each. I don't know if I did my math right. I was also assuming each one is 20 minutes. They could be 22. Assuming I read all that right. Alright, I want it to end like right here. We'll start with one singular line that goes all the way across. Excuse me, sheep. Enter or exit. Speak now, forever hold your peace. The torch is gonna have to move. I'll put it on the outside. From a few hours to days. Where are these compilations being uploaded to? There was a time where people would just straight up watch entire TV shows on Twitch. And like most of the time, they looked half asleep. And then that was only lasted for a short while. They're uploaded to YouTube. How can you upload something that's longer than 12 hours to YouTube after one specific person ruined it for everyone? I think people are pretty sure it was the spiffing Brit messing with YouTube again. Because he does his experiments every so often. And so he made a YouTube video that was like 270 billion years or something. Which, it's not possible to have a video that's 270 billion years long. That didn't stop him from trying. I don't know how he did it. He somehow spoofed YouTube into thinking that the video was billions of years long. Is it safe to have a diagonal wall? We're gonna have a diagonal wall. Because I need to go all the way over there. Oh, these trees are definitely in the way. I don't need to do something with this mushroom as well. Or maybe I stop it like around here and I just not bother with the mushroom instead of expanding the diagonal. This is the part where I do it like this. Anyways, point being, there was, I think it was IBX Toycat. He had a 14-hour stream, however many years ago. And then YouTube started enforcing again. Or started enforcing for everyone, hey, no longer than 12 hours. When were the videos uploaded? Alright. I'm gonna put some of this cobblestone away since I kind of forgot that I had trees on this side. Don't know how, they're just sitting there menacingly. There was a channel that was uploading for a while. I don't know if it's still around, but it was making videos that are like 50 hours, 30 to 50 hours long, I think, and it's just ambient music. And they were uploading, I want to say, like every day or every couple days. There's no way someone can make ambient audio that long, that quickly. And so I'm pretty sure that was all AI generated audio, but whatever. I'm surprised they got permission from YouTube. Because at least with the older system, you had certain requirements and you would need to talk to YouTube directly and all that, and they would need to approve your channel to upload longer than 12 hours. I don't know what all the requirements were. And now I think, as of one such YouTuber, totally fully taking advantage of all that and whatnot. Now I think they're enforcing for everyone no more than 12 hours. I don't know what the final outcome was. I'd need to look into it again. Man, I was hoping I wasn't going to do any more tedious work after getting rid of that nether spire, because I wanted to do some building. And here I am chopping down trees. Boop. Someone uploaded a video about it. I should watch it, because I want to know more of how the situation developed. Moo. Unless you're talking about the Family Guy compilations. One thing I've thought about trying to take advantage of, but I haven't done so yet, one thing I wanted to do was have a completely different audio track or completely different subtrack for certain videos and take advantage of Klingon. I don't know what sort of hidden message or whatever I'd put in there, but it'd be interesting. There is a YouTube video, I don't know what it was called, I think Project 100. Or not a YouTube video, YouTube channel, where some guy doing something over the span of 100 videos, and each one being random topics, but there's one where he was talking about the YouTube feature for adding multiple audio tracks in different languages for a video after it's already uploaded. And so in doing that, he made a video designed to be watched twice. Because regular English, you would watch all of one video. But in the bottom right, he had this little bonus video that after you get through the main video, he told you to go back and re-watch the whole thing, but selecting the Klingon audio language. And in doing so, that tiny video that was included on the bottom right was and had its own separate audio playing simultaneously. And after that video went public, he said he was going to go back and add new audio tracks for previous videos he had within Project 100. Interesting stuff. Oop, let's not waste axe durability. Hello, I hear you. Let's not waste axe durability. On tall grass. Or isn't it short grass now? Isn't tall grass the double tall grass? And tall grass became short grass, and grass is the grass block. It used to be grass, tall grass. No, it used to be grass block, grass. And I can't remember what the double tall one was called. I'm probably gonna end up chopping down this tree as well. Come on, jump, jump. Native keyboard and mouse support is going to be nice. But I don't think in this part of the series we'll experience it. I haven't done much YouTube watching for auto translations, but I made a video. Well, I should say I uploaded my first YouTube video back in. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I need to do something for my for the YouTube anniversary this year. I don't have anything planned, but anyways, I uploaded my first YouTube video, and a couple years later, I made a reaction to the subtitles for that video because the auto-generated subtitles were very funny with how inaccurate they were. I don't know if the subtitles have changed since then. I don't know if auto-generated subtitles ever get updated. Well, otherwise, I always anticipated the auto-translation to be equally inaccurate. Feel a sneeze coming. Can I pineapple? Can I pineapple this sneeze away? Does anyone like sneezing? It's not fun. But it takes a massive amount of brain power to force yourself not to sneeze. It translates music for no reason. How often do you watch with subtitles? I am not a subtitle person. I also don't watch enough modern videos that have the auto dubbing tracks. There's one I stumbled upon not too long ago, because I think I saw it on Twitter, and I wanted to watch the original version on YouTube. Something with it's like a Blender 3D model tutorial or something. Something like that. I didn't realize the audio was auto-generated until afterward. There are also video titles. Sometimes I find video titles that are auto-translated, and I don't know until I go to download them and be like, what, this isn't English. Alright, time to say goodbye to the axe. Goodbye, axe. First rule to making a plan is to always make two. That's kind of why I carry around 2 tools. Plus I end up going through iron tools quickly. Except on here, I don't have any good inventory management. Sad times, sad times. Wait a minute. That was only 3 parts of a log? I thought logs always generated flat. See, like on here, this log, I'm pretty sure added that extra dirt there. Can't confirm, but maybe. Maybe that's a Java thing and here on Bedrock, the bottoms of multi-logged trees are not always flat. Like, look at that one. I'm pretty certain that one carved into the side of the hill there. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to look at this real fast. This is kind of a neat lake. Oh, and it has a cave system down there. Oh, this is cool. I guess I haven't been exploring in the forest much. I kind of like this area. I should do something with this. It's a whole secluded lake here. But once these trees are gone, it won't be as secluded. Let me do the Zelinator thing and build up some walls around it, then it'll be secluded again. Wouldn't it be nice if every YouTuber uploaded a transcript as subtitles? That's half a joke, because I don't think I've ever manually uploaded subtitles for my videos. Truth be told, I should make subtitles for Population Zelinator. Like, of all the videos, that'd be it. Oh, you know what? Even, people seem to really like my Polyworld explanation video. Maybe I should get subtitles for that in there. If I can at least provide the English subtitles, then people will be able to use their own preferred translation service. The only language I'd be able to translate myself is Spanish. Assuming the guy I know would translate it for me. When you say other people doing subtitles for you, as in hiring them or part of a built-in YouTube feature? I remember a time where there were straight up re-upload channels, but those would be entirely different languages. And not often with the original creator's permission. Some people make 2 different versions of a video. I don't know how common that is, but I've seen several channels in the past that had one channel was all their content in English and one channel was all their content in their native language. I didn't know it was a built-in feature to make subtitles for other people. How long ago was that? Alright, so if this is here, how far do I want the wall to go? Because I need to make sure that these farms are included. Was removed in 2020. That was just, 6 years ago. Time goes zoom when you look back. Speaking of time going zoom, we're already over halfway done with the day. Auto jump, leave me alone. Nihari Akio, welcome back. Alright, how many of these trees gotta go? So I feel like I could go forward. These might have to be gone. I can go forward, and then I could cut back this way. And then maybe around here. Otherwise, if I kept the distance, I'd have to clear off some of these trees. All the way until maybe about here or so. So from this tree to maybe that one with the vines on it, and then make a sharp left that way, straight across. That would allow me to have plenty of space here on the inside. Because right here, this is a pretty flat area. All of this could be useful for something. I don't know what, but if I end up running out of space, then that's my fault for making the walls so close. You need to have some sort of planning ahead. Yeah, while I'm here, how many seeds do I have? Look at all these dark oak logs. I guess this is encouragement to keep building with dark oak. This version start to get boring, might as well play modern. You want to tell that to the people who play beta 1.7. Beta 1.7 has substantially less features. The dungeon doesn't count as a structure. That's a feature. So other than that, there are no structures in beta 1.7. That includes the mine shafts. We're almost out of ravine. The ravines are coming up soon. The cave systems get cut off though. There are many types of building blocks that we don't have. Like the ability to build with the walls and stuff. We don't have dark oak or acacia or jungle. Today, well, not today. Whenever we started 0.10, we got the addition of more types of fences. Which I'm kind of surprised there's still only one type of door, but there's not multiple types of... Or we got multiple types of fences before multiple types of doors. Yeah, stuff like stone brick, the different stone brick variations that occur in strongholds, the villagers and their villages. Oh, it already said structures. Oop. Stackable signs is not in beta 1.7. Stackable buckets is not in beta 1.7. I wonder how many fish types we have. I don't even know if fishing is added yet. That might be 0.12. There's a lot of things that has huge opposition. Were there any regular YouTube people who supported the removal of public dislikes? The only people who wanted dislikes disabled. The ability to see dislikes, I should say. The only people who wanted that was the people who turned dislikes off on their own videos. Playlists, this is a small one, but playlists no longer show their last modified time. That was one that I was personally sad about. You'd have to use the API to check, but it's no longer just on the playlist page anymore. I'm trying to think. There was something else that was removed. Well, there are other things that were removed. I'm trying to remember what I remember. All the public messages on the old community tab. I was sad when all those were gone. Thankfully for me, I technically made a backup of those. I did a kind of bootleg thing, and I screen recorded me scrolling through all of those messages. I didn't have a lot, so it didn't take too long. I was sad when all those were gone. I liked the dedicated about page. I like the dedicated about page. I'd prefer that over the pop-up that we have now. They brought that back. They brought back the last modified time for playlists. We're gonna have to look. That's a system-wide thing and not something you're using within your own browser setup. Oh, the old community tab. There's a different community tab now, but I don't know if all the old messages are gone. I haven't looked recently. Only on mobile. I don't like the YouTube mobile app. I need to look back on there. It'd be nice if my old content was indeed not wiped when they got rid of the old community tab. What's the new hype feature again? I feel like I heard of it and I can't remember. Partly because I don't use it on mobile. I'd rather use the web browser version for mobile. Bye-bye. Oops. We're gonna pick up that torch. You can hype videos. They appear in most hyped videos in a tab. That's interesting. So the people with the most amount of viewers to get hyped are going to convince more people to have more viewers to hype. Or get more viewers to hype their content. The people with high visibility already have hype, or are going to get more visibility, is what it's sounding like. Boop-boop-a-doop. Alright, how many more trees have to be chopped down today? Because I don't know how many more I really want to chop down. I might be able to skimmy around these. If I start placing the wall around here. Okay, well I need to finish that tree at least. I might end up making 2 indentations. So from there, I keep going straight across to around here. Yeah, these 2 trees are gonna have to go, and this one. This tree as well. That one. So I think once I get past this farm, then I can bring this all inward. I guess I won't bring it too far. I'll bring it close towards the edge of this forest. Maybe along here or so. That way I can keep all of this as good building material. Or good building spaces. And those cocoa beans still haven't grown. For all I know, cocoa beans don't even grow yet. Alright, well let's make a couple more axes, and then hopefully it's not too long to clear out those last few trees. Once I get the outline of the wall done, at least on this side, once I get the outline of the wall done, then I'll figure out what sort of pattern, because I don't think I really want to do a solid cobblestone wall. That's rather boring. Especially since I was listing all the fancy new blocks we have on here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oops. There we go. That doesn't look good, but I'm not going to bother fixing my hotbar until I'm ready. Because it's just going to get messed up again. Alright, last few trees. We're going to get rid of these last few trees. I hope. Bye-bye. I think that was a Zomble. You know, I haven't even looked. I wonder how far this forest goes. In that direction, if I kept walking. How long until I can find the edge? In fact, hold on. How about we take a quick pause from tree chopping, doing what Team Treant does. We're just gonna go across the leaves here for a little bit, because I do want to know how far this goes until. Yes, chunks didn't save. Okay, I think I got my answer. This goes for a long ways. In fact, here, let me bump the render distance. Boop. This is a very large dark oak forest. At least it feels that way. In reality, this is probably regular sized. I wonder if I'm kind of being wasteful here and loading all this up now. For all I know, there could be a not a roofed forest, a roofed mansion. The Dark Oak Mansion. Woodland Mansion, that's the term. There could be a woodland mansion that wanted to generate in here. But I think we're only a couple hundred blocks away from spawn. Not a couple hundred, a couple thousand. 1.3 to 1.6. I don't think woodland mansions are likely to spawn this close. I feel like they're generally farther away for infinite worlds. On console, they don't have that sort of distance thing because legacy consoles were small worlds, and to make sure that woodland mansions generated, if there was a seed that had a roofed forest, you were very likely to get a mansion. Well, let's pick all this up. I didn't realize these were decaying up here. Anyways, frame rate's going down, so let's bring that back to reasonable. Infinite Generation was added to Pocket Edition 0.9 in 2014. Legacy console never had Infinite Generation until the upgrade to Bedrock in 2017. I think it was 2017. Maybe it was 2018. Because Bedrock 1.2, I think, started with the 1.13 content. I don't think all of it was added. But yeah, Pocket Edition had infinite worlds, whereas Legacy console never did. I hear you. Where's the spider? There you are. It's too much of a hassle. Yawn, and I hope y'all didn't hear. Don't think so. It's very nice to have the mute button, fast access. Is the sun going down already? It feels like I waste a lot of time going to and from my bed. But I have to wait around until the day-night cycle goes until 20 minutes. It lasts 20 minutes instead of 16. I don't know why they decided to make it shorter. Howdy and welcome back to the last 40 minutes of today. Unless frames decide to start dropping, even though I had no issues all of last week. But there's always that non-zero chance that for some reason the internet decides to cut out in its entirety. Alright, how much longer? How many more trees have to be eliminated? Oh wait, this might be the last one. I just need enough space to get the outline of the wall. I think that tree is in the clear, hopefully. Although I don't know if those leaves are gonna decay. I think we're good. Famous last words. Isn't GarageBand an Apple exclusive music creator for mobile devices? I'm almost certain Soybean used it. Oh wait, hold on. Isn't there a desktop version as well for regular Macs? Alright, I think I'm all set. Did you make a noise? Maybe not. I really thought, I don't know what I heard, but I really thought I heard a huh from the villager. I was kind of confused because I thought they didn't have sounds yet. I don't know when they get sounds, but I didn't think it was this soon. It might be 0.12 for all I know. Not a villager noise? I don't know what I heard. Like, this is one of those, the usual, my sound's too quiet, I don't know what I heard. Let's catch some Z's. Alrighty, time to do what I was supposed to do 15 minutes ago. Let's grab all this stone that's been cobbled. High stress meaning what? Gotta remember, I don't know music theory. I was never in band. Oop. Alright, this has to go. Not breathy. Oh. I tried not to. I might flatten this a little. Otherwise, I think. Alright, hold up. Let me grab my stuff. Oops. There we go. Now it's all nice and organized. I hear spiders. Are they in the trees? There's the one in the tree I saw earlier. Pocket Edition is too late because villagers were added in 0.9 in 2014. Java Edition had villager noises before Pocket Edition even had villagers. Oh, that's right, I was going to stop it around here. How about... Oh wait, I wasn't going to stop it around here, I was going to stop it way over there. Whoopsies. Went too far. Don't mind me unintentionally button mashing as I try to find the correct keys. I mean a project to turn YouTube into TV channels. You know, maybe I should just cut it off here. Because I was planning on having it end closer towards the farm. But why don't I maximize just a little bit more of this space here? I see that sapling fall. Hello, little furnace fuel. I mean, hello, baby sapling. There's an apple up there. I kind of want that. I don't think they're rare, but I want an apple. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have a dozen apples already. I can always use one more. I don't think golden apples are... Well, golden apples might be craftable by now. How about I just... do. There we go. Apple retrieved. And if all things go well, I could just leave that cobblestone there. And not have to dig the whole thing up. Moo. Baby sapling, because sapling already means baby tree. ATM machine, automatic teller machine. So, the difference is I'm not repeating the same word twice. Alright, how am I going to do this? Because I might end up chopping down these trees. These are not dark oak. So hopefully they don't take too long to get rid of. Oh no, it's a poofy tree. As someone in California, I almost never hear it referred to as pop. I've heard soda pop sometimes used in like movies and stuff. I feel like the term for pop is becoming older. I don't know how many people still use it these days as soda becomes dominant. Soda pop flashbacks to what? Alright, I'm gonna put this... I don't know, maybe here. I'll make this nice old bridge, and then part of it's gonna end up being covered by this wall. At some point, I might watch K-pop Demon Hunters. It's not a high priority. I still have to rewatch Evangelion 3.0. Well, no, not technically rewatch, because I'd be watching it for the first time. Because when the most recent Evangelion movie was made available, it was provided on Amazon as 3.0 plus 1.01. So there were some changes, some fixes and whatnot compared to the theatrical 3.0 plus 1.0. And so it's followed the trend with the 1.0.1, or sorry, 1.01 and 2.02. But now I have the full version on Blu-ray, in fact, special 4K release from G-Kids and all that. So the home Blu-ray edition is 3.0 plus 1.11. So I haven't seen 0.11 yet, and I've only seen 0.01. Not important. And howdy potato, welcome back. I noticed on earlier streams that the Dark Oak Forest doesn't have dark grass like Java. It just has regular grass without the extra tint. I've never seen a different franchise to apply version numbers to movies. All 4 rebuild films, all 4 Rebuild of Evangelion films have version numbers, technically. So, to answer your question, 20 years? Almost? 2007 was when the first one was released. Burn zombies. Except I can't see the fire from over here, I just see them red. I feel like sequels don't count as version numbers because that's not... No, I have a further correction. Ghost in the Shell 2.0. That was a new... Oh wait, no, hold on, that's not newer, never mind, that was 2008, I think. Because there's Ghost in the Shell, Ghost in the Shell 2, which is the sequel, that one was 2004. And then Ghost in the Shell 2.0 was a 3D-ified version of the first movie, that one was 2008. Evangelion still has it beat by a year. Someone being born in 2006 does not make me feel old. I guess I accept that I'm still young. Yeah, there are different versions of films that get released. That's rather common. But straight up in the title being called a different number with minor tweaks and changes and whatnot, that is rather uncommon. There were, I think, I want to say it was the first Paranormal Activity that the DVD edition, the home release, it had the original theatrical version as well as the new ending. There was also the second or third, can't remember which one. I think it might be the second. What was it called? Planet of the Apes movie. The original series from the 60s, or the original movie series from the 60s and 70s. At least the 40th question mark anniversary Blu-ray from however many years ago included the theatrical version and the extended version. I don't know what other movies I've seen that had different versions, depending on release. I'm not at all familiar with the Addams Family, their lore and history and whatnot. I think these trees get to keep living for now. And I think we might be all set. Hooray for all this. So what I'm kind of envisioning, I might just do a 3-stripe pattern. Like, say I do 3 blocks of cobblestone, then I do 2 blocks of planks, then maybe another 2, or maybe I'll do 2 cobble, 2 planks, another 2 cobble. Only 6 blocks tall, feels rather short though. In fact, let me head over here. I want to see how tall this one is. I hope to live 100. I hope to live to 120. Uh-oh. We'll see if that ends up happening. Do you know what sort of medical technology we're gonna have in another, like, 70-something years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 blocks tall. If Minecraft is if I do make it to 120, then I can see Minecraft turning 100 years old. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll do 3, 3, 3. And if I end up with an odd number of planks, oh well. Oh, I missed. I probably could have reached that. Alright, then over here, I'm just not going to bother with the stripe. I'll probably cut it off, maybe here, and just fill all this in anyway. The last official response from Microsoft is they wanted Minecraft to be a 50-year game. It used to be 100 back when they first bought the rights, or bought the Notch's shares in 2014. And then in more recent years, 2017, 2018, they said 50. So I don't know. We'll see. I think what I do now is I pillar up 2 blocks, and that'll give me the 3 in total. I'm probably going to need more cobblestone. Expect someone to be mad at you, and therefore prematurely end your life. That's a start. Let's go stock up in cobblestone. Even a fool is considered wise if he can keep his mouth shut. Or something like that. Whatever translation you use. Oh wait, did I even build it all the way on this side? Oh, I guess I did. Uh-oh. And you are the reason... Ow. You are the reason why I'm building this wall. Planned an entire trilogy? Oh, I've done that plenty of times. Yeah, I just think that I can't fit all I want to say in one story. And so once I start planning out the events, I'm like, this is enough for 3 stories. I've heard a little bit of the new virus going around. 3 separate quests. Is there overlap in the timeline and what events occur? Alright, while I'm here, let me just do this real fast. It'll make me feel better. There we go. The only problem is now my hotbar's all messed up. You wiped your main drive while manually partitioning a disk? Well, that's what a cold opening that is. I guess that means you didn't make any backups of that drive. Zombo, where'd you come from? What sort of stuff did you lose? Here's a question. What sort of stuff was irreplaceable that was now lost? Oh, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to catch some Z's to prevent said zombies from popping up. Are you on the roof? He probably was. If you have an idea for the story, time to do what I've probably told you before and just stick to it. Doesn't matter if it's too generic. Do you enjoy creating this world? Do you enjoy writing the story? I feel like Innocence was probably... I won't say Innocence was generic, but it's very full of, like, tropes and cliches. But that's okay, because it was intentionally made that way. Innocence is not a serious book, and I did not write it as such. You need to something people are willing to buy. You're already doing this wrong. Why make something you don't enjoy? What's the point of making it? If it's not your job, if you're not making a living from it, why do something you don't enjoy? Terrified of a real job? I understand. I was only at Amazon for 6 months, then I quit. Could never bring myself to apply anywhere else. Innocence sold like 6 copies, I think. Spoiler alert, I guess. That's not a living. But hey, it was something I enjoyed. One day I'll get to its sequel. I don't know when. There's a different book I have that's sort of an anthology, I guess. Although it's not really going to be marketed as such. As if I'm going to do marketing. I didn't bother marketing Innocence that much. I made a game that also sold 6 copies, I think. The most recent one. My first one sold, I think, 2. So that's already a 300% increase. Well, that's something I enjoy. Well, that too. That was 2. Oh, excuse me. That's not the pickaxe. I feel like already having a different lifespan adjustment is interesting enough. As long as you make use of it. Moo. Moo to you too, Mr. Cow. Moody, you too. Don't reach your moo quota, or else you might start feeling what a diamond sword is. So many skelly bum drops. I think what I might try to do is add some sort of, not cap, some sort of cover, trail, oops, that's already out. Some sort of covering to the top part of this wall, because I don't want it to just be totally flat going around. I want to add a dedicated walkway and maybe little studs popping up, whatever they're called, that you see on like castle walls. I don't know what the term for that is. The little up downs. I know there's a word. I've probably heard the term before. It's just not at all come to mind. But one thing I'm certain, I can finish this part of the wall, but I absolutely do not have enough cobblestone for the top part. There's another green bean. Well, you know what? I didn't fix that other green bean hole. I need to do that once this is done. But hopefully at least having this 3-block tall wall, and once the inside is all nice and bright, will help prevent bad guys. Like this guy from showing up. I don't know how often I see baby zombies in media outside of Minecraft. Okay, we're gonna leave this like this because I do want to keep the gate here. I'll put something. Oh wait, hold on. That goes down one. That might end up looking weird. What I think I'll do, I think we're gonna raise all this up. I'll fill it in with dirt or something. I'll add some dirt to bring this forward, because I want it to be equal on both sides. And the way it currently stands, that's not happening. So then somewhere around here is where it drops. And touchdown, hooray! Although I'll probably make that one flat as well, just like the other place. Cool. Oh wait, did I finish the cobblestone? No, hold on. Let me fill all this in real fast, and then that way I could put away all that I currently have on me. This will be another 12 blocks. Alright, there we go. Now for sure I can put all this away as I grab my dirt. Do some more compulsive terrain smoothing. Although at this point it's not really compulsive. I am pre-planning. Is Blue Bloods a show? Why does that sound familiar? Sounds like a CNN or AMC show. I already passed a stack of gunpowder. Almost said sulfur. Thinking about the new update recently. Alright, now we don't grab logs. Logs are next, but first we need dirt. I didn't know horseshoe crabs had blue blood. I can't say I've ever thought of the blood color of a horseshoe crab before. Okay, let me fix that. There we go. Oh, in fact... Oh, wait, hold up. There we go. All these slots are now equally organized to the hotbar. Hooray, hooray. Might as well add the chicken as well. Isn't it nice when the inventory and the hotbar are both equally organized? Isn't it an older show? Early 2000s? At some point it'd be nice to have a TV series that gets syndicated for reruns and all that. Do ping me. Not important. Alright, we're gonna hope that the gravel doesn't pop up. Or I want it to not turn into flint. Excuse me, pig. I don't see a pig. Must have been hallucinating. Doesn't Law and Order have a new series every several years or so? I feel like by this point there are multiple Law and Order series. I don't know what that sheep was doing. He was going, wee. I thought he was having the time of his life. Spinning around like a record. Or like that spider we saw earlier. That I don't think either of you were here for. Oh, that's right. I was also trying to fill all this in. Because I don't like how it's just sort of a 2-block drop. Hey, remember when I was supposed to grab a bunch of dirt to fill all this in? I guess surprisingly I ended up not having that much dirt left on me after I cleaned up everything else. That looks natural. Smooth that out. Although my term for smoothing ends up being applied. Just make it diagonal. Quite often. See, like all of this. That's a little better. I remember this whole underside used to be empty for about 3 blocks inward. And now it's looking much better. I saw there was a new music disc, and I think to myself, did Minecraft, or not, this wouldn't be Minecraft, did Microsoft really have someone called Fingerspit make new music? I've never heard their stuff before because I've never heard of the artist or band or whoever Fingerspit. I'm not crazy, right? That is what it says. That just sounds odd to me. I'm pretty sure the reason why they're switching over to Vulkan is for vibrant visuals. That's what it's called, because I can't seem to forget the super duper graphics pack. But anyways, yeah, I'm pretty sure that with Vulkan and all the rendering changes, they're working on support for vibrant visuals for Java. Alright, how does this look? This is looking better. Let me grab this dirt. Alright, I'm feeling better. And look, now this place is all empty and ready for more building. You know, Microsoft liking to show off Bedrock whenever they can. I almost never check the website. I usually check the wiki for snapshots, for snapshot information. And those don't have images until at the very bottom, most of the time. How often does Bedrock previews come out? It's probably no update with Vibrant Visuals because they're working on backend stuff. As long as they keep working on changes to the renderer, it's still coming. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back to the last 4 minutes. Where did today go? One thing's for sure, these streams go by faster when I'm talking to people and not rambling on and on to myself about anime and Pragmata. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these seeds. At some point they might be useful, but they definitely won't be useful to compost. Car battery problems, that's not fun. Did you need a replacement, or did you need to manually charge it? Do cocoa beans not grow, or is this something with this area? Because I planted these cocoa beans a while ago, and I've been close enough. I've been within a few chunks. I think this world will not see bedrock. Here, let me at least grab the wood. Only grow in jungle biomes? The nearest jungle biome is back at home. I even put them on the jungle logs to make sure. I have other plans for this world, but as part of the Through the Android series, I don't think don't think this world will see bedrock. Yeah, if I go down, I'll see the bedrock block. Yes, I guess that is another way for my wording. What a lovely outpost. Not much sun we can see. A weird exclusive feature. It has to be a jungle biome. I've not heard of that before. I'll need to look at the page, because if that's true, that's not fun. Did I use an Android emulator? Howdy, welcome. Yes, I did. Back when I played 0.2, I used BlueStacks, but that only lasted until 0.4, because 0.5 added a virtual mouse, and I switched to Nox. Alright, let me grab planks. Or in fact, here, let me just grab all these logs. So I won't be able to put the cobblestone on top for the second cobblestone strip. Oh, that's a bug. They don't grow until 0.11. Okay, phew. At least that means it wasn't a waste of time building this jungle farm over here. I'll just wait around for the cocoa beans to grow. Because 0.11 is around the corner. No, that's not entirely true. Because I think there's still at least 9 more alpha builds of 0.10. Plus 10.0, 10.1, and 10.2. That's 1 week's worth of the current stream schedule. It might be a while. I say a while, but, you know, months are going to pass and I think to myself, that went by so fast. There's a 0.3, 4, and 5. Oops, there's even more bug fix updates than I thought. Was it 0.11 that only went up to 0.2? It's kind of funny that these versions, 0.9 through like 0.16, all had a whole bunch of alpha builds, and then proceed to still require even more fixes. Alright, I think we'll start out with this section, because this is short and I just want to get through it. Oh wait, hold on, if I'm going to be building across, then I wonder... Oh, you know what? I'm going to wonder next time, because we're coming at the end of today. So take up final thoughts now. And we'll start building all the way around the cobblestone, or start building the plank strip. And we'll go from there. So all should be good for the next stream tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Bye.